said, look, you're in a job that is high pressure, but you still have your home you have to take care of, right? Set your priorities right. You need to look around you. What are those things that will help you and relieve you of your pressure on your job, on your home? So because sometimes you see people are cranking in the office because of the issue at home. So what do you need? What are those things? One of the first things they advise us is, as much as possible, if there are gadgets that can help you with your housework, get them. So instead of you to go splurging on clothes, bags, and all those kind of things, buy a washing machine. So that is going to help you. Sorry, a call was coming. She said buy a washing machine to help you with that, because you cannot do so much mental work Monday to Friday and come and add physical work to you. Even if you have a housemaid, because you might not have a housemaid early on, depends on your own home circumstances. So there are things she said you should get to assist you, to help you. If you need to get a maid, get a maid. Do you understand? Because the pressure of your life, being married, getting home, cooking. One of the first gifts, anytime there's somebody, a young lady is getting married, what has always been my practice or my advice, and we're saying, what gifts do we want to buy? The first gift, I always ask, who is her close friend? And I ask, does she have a deep freezer? And then if she doesn't, I tell my colleagues, let's get her a deep freezer. She's going to need it. So at the weekends, she's able to cook bulk, put in the freezer, and there's always food at home. Because those are things you need to ensure that, for those of us who live in Lagos, we know the traffic. You can't tell, hardly can you say, oh, I'll be home by 6, and you will be home by 6. And even if you get home by 6, where's the energy to start cooking? Yeah. But you would have had food stuff, you bring it out of freezer, you microwave it. So all those kind of things, those are the things: a microwave, a deep freezer, a washing machine. And yes, we understand the challenges. So where you don't have a washing machine, what's the alternative? You get a house help and try and train her properly in what to do. It's difficult. The balance is not always easy, but having the right support, having maybe a good house help you've trained, or is it a younger one that lives with you? Like I said, my circumstance was different. So because it was early on when I was with you, so I really didn't have to, in growing my career, I didn't have those issues. The only challenge was maybe the time I need to go and see my son during the holiday, trying to get your leave because there are challenges in the office. So you try and make up for that in terms of getting your leave to fit in with your child's holiday, so you can be at home to really know your child and be able to bond with them. But it is tough, but if you are determined, then you'll be able to make up.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Now, the last question. What has motivated you?
I can't hear you.
What has motivated you? What motivated you? I mean, what is your motivation? What encourages you on a daily basis? What keeps you going?
I can't hear you. It's so faint, the audio.
I said, what keeps you going? What keeps you going? What keeps you going?
Can you type the question?
Okay.
I was hearing her earlier.
Can you see?
Oh, okay. Okay, I've gotten it. Sorry. Okay, what has motivated me? Okay, so I work in an industry. It's a service industry. Of course, everyone has to make a living. But I find myself, because of my background as an accountant, I find myself in a job that requires you to assist people, to help people, to be able to put their issues right. So I'm that kind of person that, I enjoy resolving issues. So my motivation has basically come from my needs perspective. First of all, I have bills to pay, okay? So I have to be able to move ahead. You cannot stay in one spot. Life is not static. Okay, you must look at what next after this. What do I have to do? What next? How do I get to this stage? At some point, I had abandoned my ICANN exams, but I looked at myself. Yeah, I did. You know, at some point, I just on the job, just working. But I had a talk with someone, and he says, "Look, you've started this thing. You need to finish it because it's going to help you to grow." Someone takes your CV tomorrow. They look at it. They see, oh, she's a chartered accountant. Oh, she has an MBA. Do you get? Because those are also important things. Not for everybody, depending on where you find yourself. But at the very first, that's the basis. That's the foundation for people to look. Oh, she has gone through this. You know, because I think having even gone through ICANN, because ICANN is tough in Nigeria, so that also builds you up. You know, that having to do that exam over and over again. I did it quite a number of times before I finally made it. So, but that resilience. So sometimes, you know, the paths, the roads, the journeys we have in our life are what build us up. Banking wasn't really a place I had looked into before, but circumstances put me there, and being there. You know, I actually shared this with you. My son at one point thought I didn't enjoy my job. He felt it was too tedious. He felt I was there because of the financial aspect in that, oh, I had him to look after. I needed to be sure that we are comfortable. But I told him that, no, I actually enjoyed the job because it's figures. This is what my background is. I did accounting. I'm dealing with figures. Somebody has an issue, reconciliation, that kind of thing. I did a lot of that in the accounting firm because in accounting firm, we are going to look at your customers' reports. What has he done? What are the issues? Why weren't you doing well? So for me, it was just into a bigger space. So the motivation was always there that, oh, I'm able to assist people, you get. And for me personally, and as a Christian faith, I'm in a space where you do not know why. I believe God has put me there for something. It might not just be essentially for the job, okay? There are people you will meet along the way, and you're a connection. There's a connection you're going to make. So that keeps me going that, oh, today I was able to look at somebody and say, oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you looking down? Because it's an interactive space. It's not just about the job only, but the fact that they are friends. I mean, I've made some of my greatest friends in my various establishments that I've worked, okay? And these relationships, these are friends who have stood by one in different challenges that one has come across in life. So the motivation, it's just self, knowing that you have been put here, do your best, okay? Be an achiever as much as possible. Don't step on people. People are around you because you're not there just for yourself alone. You're there because maybe God has put you there to be able to link up with someone, to be able to help someone, or you also to be helped. We really don't know tomorrow. We just know that we know for today. We don't know tomorrow. So it's important that in wherever you find yourself, motivate yourself that I'm going to be the best I can be where I have found myself now. Circumstances can change, put us elsewhere, but wherever we are, I just believe that your best has to be your best. You must do your best and come out, you know, in a situation where, yes, you look back and you'll be able to say, oh, while I was here, I impacted lives. It's not just about, just like what you're doing with this, your program, trying to help people, ensure that they know what it is that they're all about. So in that little space for me, I believe that that is where God has kept me to be. And I do my bit.
Thank you. I'm so passionate about education that recently I've just enrolled for a doctorate.
I'm still not hearing.
Oh my days. Anyway, I think I need to run up now. I've actually finished all your questions.
Okay.
You know, we have finished all the questions because I only did 4 questions. So I would just like to say thank you once again for coming. I was going to ask you about any products. Does First Bank has any product for women? Special product for women? Products for women from First Bank.
There's a question somebody is asking. Oh, I've missed it. It says our needs.
Yeah, can the person, what are the opportunities available for, oh my days, I can't see it.
Yeah, there's a Gem Woman. We call it the Gem Woman account.
Limitation or obstacle to our motivation due to the present economic challenge. Can't our needs be a limitation or obstacle to our motivation? And then what are the opportunities available for young graduates in the banking sector?
Okay, I got that one. Opportunities available, right, in the banking sector for young graduates. Okay, yes. So every year, most of the banks, if not all, they have a graduate, what they call a graduate recruitment program. So you're expected to go. So I encourage people, even my relations, family, friends, youngsters, always check the website of all the banks and see which bank is recruiting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So it's always important. All the banks do annual recruitments. Sometimes some do twice a year. So you need to always check their websites to see when they are recruiting, or even just post your CV. So what they normally do is you post your CV, they go through, and then when they are doing their recruitment, if you fall into the criteria, they are shortlisted, they will definitely call you. And then you could join their graduate training program.
All right. Thank you so much, Mena. I know you're very busy, and I told you I will not take more than 30 minutes of your time. And I'm sure I have not taken more than that, this evening. And I'm sure we will be able to call you again if we need to. Thank you, and I'm going to say bye-bye.
It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Sorry for the network. Bye, everyone. Sorry, apologies. Yes, I don't know what just happened today. It was so good at the beginning. Thank you, BC, so much for having me on. And well done with your work, with what you're doing. And I pray that it will continue to expand and flourish, because it is important that every one of us has some form of education, at the very least, the basic, primary, and secondary. God bless you. And thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for that short clip. We couldn't do as much as we would have loved to because of the internet. But I am quite happy that my guest was on time and she was ready to give us the answers to all the questions that we asked her. And if you are a young lady and you are interested in a career in the banking sector, she just said that most of the banks in Nigeria have websites whereby you can just post your CV, and when they look at it, they will call you. And also, if you are a woman and you would love to work as a chartered accountant or in any career whatsoever, she talks about emotional intelligence. She talks about being stable, being calm. That is one of the most important value and virtue of a woman. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you so much, everyone that joined in this evening. And I will be expecting to see all of you on Sunday. Please tell a friend about this session. The Sunday session, we're going to talk to a special education expert. She's going to talk about what you need to look out for in young children to understand whether they have special education needs. If you are an educator, what do you need to look out for in the children in your classroom so that you will be able to help them? And what are the things that you need to do? So on this note, I'll say thank you so much. We're going to have Bola Tito Fatoki all the way from America. She's going to talk about special education needs on Sunday. Do join me and have a blessed weekend. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.